Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, we are tracking an hours-long SWAT standoff in Scripps Ranch. Police say a man came at his father with a bat and then refused to surrender when officers arrived. How it finally came to an end. Plus, more than 250,000 children nationwide tested positive for COVID in 1 week. The local study that aims to prevent middle schoolers from getting sick. And why San Diego's former chief medical officer is now suing the county.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
But first, as we take a live look outside, a statewide Flex Alert just went into effect. The Flex Alert lasts until 9 p.m. tonight. Californians are asked to conserve energy amid the heat to keep the power grid stable. Tonight, state officials will assess if another alert will be issued tomorrow. So let's get right to meteorologist Angelica Campos. She is tracking the heat in the county. Effectively, I think we can all say it's sweltering today.
That's a good description. In fact, I've been trying to figure out how this Flex alerts work, but most of the state is actually looking at above average temperatures. You can see those heat advisories in the orange extending from almost central California all the way down to San Diego. And to the east, we find a few different warnings related to also the heat. As we look at the current conditions, the heat advisory in effect for our mountains until 9 p.m. and for inland communities and also our foothills, you're going to be included in the same heat advisory starting Thursday morning at 10 a.m. through the end of the day on Friday. The temperatures are already increasing another 4 to 5 degrees around the county. We're looking at 90s in Ramona, Escondido, Poway, El Cajon. And this is not going to be the last day of 90s. We're going to see a lot more through the end of the week, possibly approaching triple digits.
Thank you, Angelica. You can download the ABC 10 News mobile app to keep track of weather conditions in your area anytime. Just search 10 News in the App Store. 5 people are injured after a military truck crashed and overturned. It happened in Riverside County about 12:30 this afternoon. Our affiliate in LA reports the truck was part of a convoy. It veered off the 215 freeway and rolled onto its side. Authorities have not said which military branch was involved or how many people were in the truck. The cause of the crash is unknown. Details still forthcoming. A standoff in Scripps Ranch lasted nearly 9 hours as police, SWAT officers, and negotiators worked to get a suspect to come out of his home. The 20-year-old man is accused of assaulting a family member with a baseball bat. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us now live from the scene. Mimi, the standoff ended peacefully, thankfully, but detectives are still at the house there?
Hi, Kim. Yeah, and police tell us detectives are now serving a search warrant at the home, which is at the end of this cul-de-sac here on Pettenwell Road. You can see some officers there right now. We're told that they'll be collecting evidence for not only the incident that happened here today, but also another incident just days ago. San Diego Police Captain Mike Holden tells me this all started at about 6:30 this morning with a 911 call about an assault at the home on this cul-de-sac. We're told a 20-year-old identified by police as Joseph Greco assaulted a family member with a baseball bat. Police say that family member suffered serious injuries to the head, but was treated at a hospital and released. Officers tried to get the suspect to come out of the house with no luck, which is why the SWAT unit and also a negotiations team were brought in. Holden says after hours of negotiating with no response from the suspect, they then deployed tear gas into the house, and that finally got him to come out through the back. He was taken into custody. Police say just days ago, the same person assaulted a different family member here, and he's now facing some very serious charges.
He will be booked into jail for attempted murder on the family member today. Same suspect assaulted a different family member in the same residence last week, and he will be charged with assault with a deadly weapon in that incident.
So again, police did say they'd be here collecting evidence for both cases, which is why you still see them here this afternoon. If there are any updates in this case, we will bring that to you. For now, we're live from Scripps Ranch. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Quite a situation there. Thank you, Mimi, for the live update. There's less than a week until the California recall election. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris was on the campaign trail with Governor Gavin Newsom. They held a rally in the Bay Area this afternoon. Harris called him a courageous leader. President Biden is expected to travel to California and campaign with Newsom early next week. The Newsom team is also set to release an ad with former President Obama. In the last several weeks, ABC 10 News has reached out to all of the high-profile candidates to ask how they would change California if elected governor. And today, we're hearing from Republican State Assembly member Kevin Kiley of Sacramento. We ask him about his odds of winning.
I think we got a real shot. I've seen polls that show that it's a statistical tie. I've seen polls that show different things. What I'm seeing on the ground is an unbelievable level of energy and enthusiasm to bring about the sort of change that California needs. And so, I think it's just vitally important over the last week here that we do everything we can to get our message out that this is a golden opportunity to reverse California's decline and to set our state on a whole new course.
Our most recent poll shows 5% of registered voters would vote for Kiley. ABC 10 News is your source for information on this months-long recall. And our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl led a discussion with SDSU lecturer Stephen Goggin to answer your questions, from what's on the ballot to how the outcome could change state politics to the campaign strategies. And you can see the discussion at 10news.com/vote. Schools nationwide are being forced to close as COVID cases in children surge. ABC 10 News reporter Nia Watson shows us how a new study at San Diego State is helping prevent the virus from spreading among students.
252,000. That's the number of cases in children the American Academy of Pediatrics reported this past week, the largest amount in a week since the pandemic began.
We know this virus is spread through the air, and we know that schools and municipalities and states can do things to protect kids and send them back to school and keep them in school.
Corinne McDaniels-Davison is the director of SDSU's Institute of Public Health. She says the new study is about preventing the spread of COVID-19 in middle schools.
There are still some middle school students who aren't eligible, and a lot of middle school students haven't gotten the vaccine, even if they're eligible. And so the idea was to figure out what we need to do to put layers of protection around middle schools to keep them safe.
McDaniels-Davison says the study looks at which COVID-19 tests are more accessible to families in underserved communities, at-home testing or on-site at the schools. She says they'll start with 2 middle schools, a part of the Sweetwater Union High School District, then expand the preferred testing to all 11 middle school students and staff.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the at-home tests will be preferable, but I'm also trying to go into this, completely blind and agnostic about what the results will be, because we want the community to lead us.
McDaniels-Davison says the program is a continuation of their focus on Latinx communities hit hard by the pandemic.
And so it was critical that we bring these kinds of tests for free to people who have the least access to them, but who have the most exposure and who need them the most, arguably.
Nia Watson, ABC 10 News.
The program is funded through a $4 million grant from the National Institutes of Health. Within the last hour, SeaWorld wrapped up its pop-up vaccination site. The park partnered with Sharp Healthcare for the one-day vaccination site. Participants received 2 free tickets to SeaWorld's new Howl-O-Scream Halloween event.
The White House is preparing to step up efforts to reduce the spread of COVID and increase vaccinations. The president plans to address the country tomorrow and lay out a new strategy focusing on 6 areas that will likely include testing and mandates affecting schools and workplaces, and making it easier for businesses to require proof of vaccination. Although the president has said and can require federal employees to be vaccinated, legal authority beyond that is limited. Now, the countdown continues to September 20th. That's when health regulators are supposed to make an official decision about COVID booster shots. So far, it seems that Pfizer is on track to be given the green light by that date because it has submitted all of its data to the FDA and ACIP. Now, that's the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. But Moderna's booster may face a delay. Health officials say Moderna's data was found to be inadequate and needs strengthening. Doctors say that even if the Moderna booster isn't approved by the deadline, there is no reason for vaccinated people to worry.
So if you're unvaccinated, you're completely at risk for the worst that COVID has to offer. If you're fully vaccinated, then you're absolutely markedly protected against the worst that COVID has to offer. And then, it's a real question of how long these responses are going to last and trying to predict that.
Instead, Dr. James Nayed says the big focus should be on getting shots to those who are unvaccinated, especially because for the most part, Those who are ending up in the hospital with COVID still have not received their shot. Those who are waiting for a Moderna or even a Johnson & Johnson booster can still take other steps to prevent breakthrough cases.
Masking, distancing, these are all reasonable things to think about. A booster won't make you Superman or Superwoman. It will just reduce your risk and won't eliminate your risk. So you always have the ability to protect yourself and others in different ways.
Now, when the booster shots do get the green light, it is likely they will be rolled out the same way the vaccine did. Certain high-risk groups will likely be able to access the booster before others. The debate over boosters comes today as the World Health Organization chief reiterated his plea to hold off on offering boosters through the end of the year. He is concerned about the number of people across the world who still haven't received their first dose. Let's turn to the newsfeed, and it starts with the trial beginning for men accused in the 2015 attack at a Paris theater when 130 people were killed. Heavy police presence today outside of the courthouse in Paris, 20 men charged in the attack. 2021 has already been a deadly year on the roads. Motor vehicle deaths were up 16% in the first half of the year, according to a new estimate from the National Safety Council. That is more than 21,000 people. Now, the start of the pandemic saw a rise in deaths on the roads after 15 years of progress in preventing motor vehicle deaths.